you've ever gone back and forth with a client in a requirements spreadsheet and thought there has to be a better way, then this video is for you. Here's what usually happens. You export your requirements to a spreadsheet. Maybe you clean it up a little bit, you send it to the client, they review it, and then eventually you get back email replies, comment threads in a Google Doc, and sometimes even direct edits overwriting what you had originally. Then you have to cross-reference it with your requirement spreadsheet that you had originally, and then you spend some time maybe digging through version history and Google Sheets. Like, that is my idea of a super fun time. At my last job, actually, we had a client that had their own spreadsheet of requirements, and then it kind of matched our spreadsheet of requirements, but then we also had like some requirements in a deck that was for executives that was similar but not identical. And so, you know what happened there? A giant mess, right? It's like a Red account waiting to happen. Wouldn't it be nice if instead of having to use spreadsheets to track all this stuff, there was a single source of truth and your clients could use it to review and approve requirements so you never have to deal with this parallel requirements nonsense? Let me show you the client portal. Glossa already captures requirements from meetings, calls, and documents, and we just released the last piece that completes the whole workflow. After requirements are generated and you've reviewed them, you need to share them with the client so they can approve. And up until now, you had to export the requirements to a CSV, send them to a client, and then deal with the comment thread, overwriting, versioning nonsense. But now, you just send the requirements directly to your client via a magic link. They easily review and approve, and you never have to deal with versioning again. Let me show you how it works. So I am in a project here. You can see that we've got quite a few requirements. This is a typical mid-project state, right? Some requirements are in progress, some are in draft, some are approved. Let's say that I've been working on the reporting and analytics requirements and I'm ready to send them for approval. I filter my view so that I can only see those and I choose the ones that I want to send to my client. I can send requirements of any status, but they can only approve requirements that are in progress or draft. I'm going to send over some approved requirements as well so you can see how it works. So I have my list and now I'm going to click send for review. Here, I can choose which client contacts should get the email. You can see your list of project contacts, by the way, on the dashboard, and you can add new contacts from there too. Back to our list. I've been working with Sarah on reporting and analytics. She's my SME, so I want to send these to her, but obviously I can choose anyone here. And that's it. Glossa sends Sarah an email with a magic link, and these requirements are now live in her portal view. So let's jump over and see the email that Sarah sees. It is really straightforward, it is really easy to understand, and really important, there is no login, there is no account required. She doesn't have to create and remember another username and password. She doesn't have to learn a whole new tool. She just clicks on the link, and here is what she sees. It is clean, it is simple, it is so easy to understand. She sees the requirements that I sent her, organized by category, with the requirement description and the user story for each one. And important to note, nothing else from my Glossa project is visible here, just the requirements that I have chosen to share. So let's say that Sarah reviews the first one, it looks good, she clicks approve, done. That is recorded immediately on my end with her name and a timestamp. Now, let's say she gets to one that she's not so sure about. She wants to make sure she understands it, so she clicks discuss and adds a comment. She's not editing the requirement. We're not allowing her to do that, but she is flagging a specific question and attaching it directly to the right requirement. So this type of conversation is not in an email, not in a spreadsheet comment that I might miss. It's just right here where it's all tracked and all auditable. Let's go back. Sarah is reviewing and she sees a requirement that makes her think, whoa, Nelly. So she clicks flag and she can optionally add a comment there too. She can work through the rest of these requirements the same way, approving what looks good, flagging anything she wants to discuss, and this magic link is valid for 7 days, so she can come back if she doesn't finish in one session. So here I am back in Glossa. Here's what I see. The requirements that Sarah approved are marked as approved. If I go into one of them, I can see exactly when she approved it too. When I click into the notification for the comment, you can see that our comments tab is split into two sections. When I comment in the external tab here, my reply is going to show up in the portal where Sarah can see it. When I comment in the internal tab, it will never show in the portal. That's just for me to collaborate with my teammates privately. And this is the thing that I want to emphasize that really makes this valuable. All of this is tracked. Every approval, every flag, every comment, everything is timestamped on the requirement record. So 6 months from now, when we're deep in build, there's a scope question, I have the full history right here. So let's zoom out for a second. Glossa was built to get requirements out of spreadsheets. You automatically generate requirements from your meetings and your documents, you refine and you organize, and now you share with clients, you get formal sign off and track it all in one place. This is what end-to-end requirements management looks like when it's not living in 15 different spreadsheets and email threads, one place with the full history, and your clients feel like partners in the process too. Plus, of course, you have a defensible record when scope conversations come up later. So, if you are an SI or a ProServe team buried in requirement spreadsheets hell, I would love to show you how Glossa fits your workflow specifically. Reach out anytime, and I hope you love the client portal.